Pathways to wholeness. A change of worldview can change the world viewed. Mind in the lead. The possibility of healing. The mind cries out, explains, demonstrates, protests, but inside me a voice rises and shouts at it. Be quiet, mind. Let us hear the heart. And what is healing anyway? When I speak of healing, I am referring to nothing more or less natural movement towards wholeness. Notice that I do not define it as the end state of being completely whole or enlightened or any similar psycho-spiritual ideal. It is a direction, not a destination, a line on a map, not a dot. Nor is healing synonymous with self improvement. Closer to the mark would be to say it is self retrieval. In fact, our modern self improvement culture, which has to a large extent been co opted by the same consumerist forces responsible for the conditions we have been chronicling, can too easily obscure or complicate the healing journey. When we heal, we are engaged in recovering our lost parts of self, not trying to change or better them. As the depth psychologist and wilderness guide Bill Plotkin told me, the core question is not so much looking at what's wrong, but where is the person's wholeness not fully realized or lived out. Healing is also distinct from being cured. The latter means the absence of disease, the former implies coming to wholeness. It's possible to be healed but not cured, and it is possible to be cured but not healed. Ideally, healing and curing happen together, but this isn't always the case. I have made a similar distinction when it comes to addiction. It is possible to be abstinent without being sober. One is the absence or avoidance of something, itself a worthy objective, while the other is a new positive capacity to live in the present, free to experience life as it is. Healing is best seen as an end in itself. I intend also, to the best of my ability, to offer suggestions about what healing asks of us, the inner and outer conditions that are most hospitable to its flourishing. Any movement towards wholeness begins with the acknowledgement of our own suffering and of the suffering in the world. This doesn't mean getting caught in a never ending vortex of pain, melancholy, and especially victimhood, a new and rigid identity founded on trauma, or for that matter, healing can be its own kind of trap. True healing simply means opening ourselves to the truth of our lives, past and present, as plainly and objectively as we can. We acknowledge where we were wounded and, as we are able, perform an honest audit of the impacts of those injuries as they have touched both our own lives and those of others around us. It is very difficult to look life in the face. Many of us will be ready to seek the truth only once we have concluded that the cost of not doing so is too high, or once we become sufficiently acquainted with our own ache of longing for the real. Truth is a big little word, easily misconstrued. I am not speaking about some ultimate spiritual truth, nor am I referring to purely intellectual verities or verifiable facts, as in true or false. If that were all, then we could study into truth, and every academic faculty would be starved by modern day Buddhas. Where, for all its merits, has our mighty intellectual capacity got us? Right to where we are, an unjust world threatened self extinction, untold and needless pain and privation in a universe of abundance, the spread of alienation and despair.